Hi, I'm Chef Owen Tilley. I get asked a lot, what's the best way to cut fish? So today on this week's episode of Ask the Chef, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Now in front of me I have a side of salmon, and a lot of you out there shop at your wholesale clubs, and some of you even go to larger upscale fish markets, and you'll see them displayed this way. Buying salmon this way really does let you get the most bang for your buck, because when you're buying the center cut pieces, you are paying a premium for those. So to get started, you're going to need a knife, of course, to cut fish. What I use is a flexible fillet knife. They have some that are fully flexible. Mine's semi. A fully flexible, I'd stay away from unless you're really versed in this. So what I want to do is make sure that the knife is sharp. And I'm going to run it along my steel. Now steel really doesn't sharpen a knife. It aligns the ions along the edge. So if you have a knife that has some chips in it or dings, you're going to want to get that sharpened professionally before you move into something like this. So to get started, what I want to do is grab the fillet at the end by the tail and pull the skin tight. Now what this does is it's going to allow my knife to slide across the fish pretty easily. So let's get started. Going to make a quick incision here. There we go. All right, and we're off. So like I said, I'm readjusting my hand to make sure that the fillet is nice and taut. So as I go along the skin, I'm going to readjust. Here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is peel this off. And now we have the skin removed. Now don't be so quick to throw away the skin. The skin has a lot of nutrients in it, and in Japan they actually toast it up under the broiler and use it for a garnish. And it's really good. It's got a neat texture, and it does have a nice fish flavor. So like I said, don't be so quick to throw it away if you're adventurous. I'm just going to put this to the side for now. So what I'm going to do is quickly go down across the belly, take this off, and then I'm going to cut the tail. Now we're not going to throw this away. This isn't scrap. This is really good usable fish, so we're just going to put it to the side and we'll talk about that in a minute. So now in front of me I have this beautiful piece of salmon, nice and thick, and I want to cut it. And what I want to do is you're going to want to give about 4 to 6 ounces for an entree size. And the rule of thumb that I use is about 3 fingers. So what I'm going to do is take my 3 fingers and lay them across the fillet. And I'm just going to give it a little nick here. Another nick. And I'll just keep repeating this as I go down the fillet. Now, you know, not all fish and fingers are created the same. So if you have thick fingers, you might want to use 2, or if you have skinny, you might want to go with 4. And when I said that fish aren't made the same, some size that you're going to get are going to be thicker and some are going to be thinner. So use your judgment when you're cutting. So now I'm just going to go through across the nicks that I made and cut the salmon. All right, so now we have this beautiful thick center cut fillet that's surely going to impress your guests. Now we had some leftovers, and one is the belly flap. What I like to do with a belly flap is cut it up, saute it, and add it into pasta, or put it across a Caesar salad for a nice lunch. And the tail piece, I find the tail is really great for rolling around stuffing. Now there are many ways to cut a fish. This one I find is rather easy and very accessible for you guys to use at home. And I want to thank you for tuning in to Ask the Chef this week. I look forward to your questions coming up, so you keep asking and I'll keep cooking.